Hey, AfterBuzzers, welcome to the Angie Tribeca After Show, where we're breaking down Season 2, Episode 4, You've Got Blackmail. We'll be talking about what it's like to have a bed made of buttocks, drinking supermodel breast milk, and being best friends with Dustin Diamond. Let's do this.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That.
Just get you in the mood for just like solving crime and kicking butt.
I know, I want to like jump out the window or something.
Climb up walls with those sticky plungers.
Look at that, everybody. It's a little Mission Impossible theme to kick us into the Angie Tribeca After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. We've got almost a full panel tonight. Nadine Delapal is on assignment, as we like to say. But we've got the rest of us here. I'm Frank Moran, one of your hosts. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie.
Michael Clouse, you can follow me on Twitter at Michael Clouse TV, on Instagram at TheOnlyMC.
Hey guys, I'm Nikki Preston. You can find me all over at Nikki Preston TV.
Now, first off, I did a completely unscientific poll, and the tweets were in. It's just like they would demand that Michael Clouse do his rest of the series with his shirt off, much like he was in his last week's episode.
Hey, it's hot enough in LA that it would feel fantastic not to have a shirt on. Was it 110 yesterday? Like 93 today? Felt like you were outside in a dryer. Because it's the dry heat, and it's just like blowing in your face.
I thought last episode, you were gonna do it with your shirt off. You were unbuttoning a couple buttons.
See, if I give away the shirtless now, then no one will go to my Instagram, you know? And so this is actually just a tease to draw you at Michael Clouse TV on Twitter, at TheOnlyMC on Instagram, pushing to those social media sites. You can't give it all away here.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right. Okay.
Why
So-
buy the milk when you can?
At least say like every week we'll get one button lower.
One more button lower.
Yes.
Here, I undid these buttons.
Boo.
So we're one, two, okay.
I count that. That's a boo. That is a boo. But folks, you can, as we're talking about social media, feel free to like us on Facebook, give us those 5 stars on iTunes, follow us all on Twitter, and hop on the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us in the chat. Michael Clouse, you see, he's got his sweet state-of-the-art Mac.
Sweet 9-year-old MacBook running strong. Not really. We're getting there.
Now, chime in, comment about how you feel about Michael being, very, restrictive about showing off his shirtless abs here.
I'm a modest, so someday when I meet my man's woman, like what we see here, it's going to be great.
All right. And as always, we've got James in the booth there, providing all the great, excellent audio commentary, little sound bites and stuff. Now let's start talking about You've Got Blackmail. We got a nice little kind of like cyber scheme episode this time, starting off in JavaScript.
A great mix of the actual online versus the actual like bank robbery where he's dressed up, acts like he's going to go rob a place, and then he just sets up his desk, complete with the picture and all.
Of course, it's Angie Tribeca. I love it. That's all you expect.
And I do like, just the mandatory things that he needs to be able to curate his perfect environment to start staging his crime. You need to have the Mondays poster. You need to have your cat. You need to have a little family photo right there. Anything that you guys would need if you're staging your perfect kind of crime? What about was a necessary thing you absolutely must have?
Candy. You're getting hungry.
I have to be dressed all in black. Everything. Have like a little mask on, only my eyes sticking out.
That's it. What candy are you going with?
See, it all depends. I have different days where different candy is good, like sour and sweet candy. Like they sell these things called Rips. Sour Patch is great, like Rips things. Some days I'm really feeling the chocolate covered raisins. If I'm, feeling a little classy, I'll get the chocolate covered raisins. Otherwise,
I like to imagine
candy.
that you just have your calendar laid out like Tuesdays. Tuesdays are sour days. Wednesdays are
Saturdays are licorice.
You got like an old person's pill caddy, but it's candies for every day of the week.
The daily allotment.
So we cut over to what I love is a nice play off of the Ashley Madison website. Is Meet and Cheat. When your spouse just won't do.
It had to be completely based on that. I mean, obviously everything that's going on with this whole episode, the government hack, the government, people that are involved in this.
You have the Ashley Madison list being released a while ago. Danny Pudi, though, playing the owner of Meet and Cheat, and they're getting ready to celebrate their 1 millionth cheat. and they find out the server's been hacked.
All they want is a simple thing. They just want to provide the service for people who want to be married and bone other people.
Yeah.
Simple
Come
thing.
on,
I mean,
come on now.
It's a simple thing. I mean, look
very
at that.
simple.
I mean,
And that, but I'm kind of curious. I mean, and I feel like people cheat a lot. I've been talking to more and more people, and it's making me kind of lose faith in marriage. I feel like everyone's cheating. I mean, you don't have to have
sad.
money. You don't have to be the best looking person, and they still cheat.
now, are they talking about cheating as being a bad thing, or they're like, hey, guess what? I'm cheating. This is great, guys. My
Here's
relationship
how
has
I
never
do
been
it.
better.
You know, I've never heard anyone talk about it in a positive way or be like, oh, you know, it's just I'm a guy. I
Are
just
you
can't
talking to
help
the
it."
cheaters or the people who are getting cheated on?
I'm talking to the people who are getting cheated on, but
So it can't be in a good light.
yeah, so it's not a good light, but I do have a friend who's a cheater, and he justifies it. He's like, well, it's not a big deal because I'm a guy, and she's not quite as exciting, but, you know, we have a deep connection, and...
That's garbage. Garbage.
Not so fast, everybody.
Oh, Frank, are you...
We also, as we cut over to the police department, we find out a cyber crime has been committed. The lieutenant kind of breaks down everything's happening, and we find out that many people in the LAPD are also possibly on that list, including we see Hoffman, who conveniently just drops his smartphone right into his cup of water.
I love that.
Hoffman!
Like we need everyone to investigate or something like that. There's people involved. Everyone coughs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And to Rebecca, she's like, I don't care. Why are you trying to help these people? And I like she gets beaten by somebody else, by a woman there in the police department. Like,
Yeah, this is it's almost a moral dilemma that is put forth in this episode, something that we haven't really seen before, where you have this website, which clearly not a good website, but you have to defend them.
they do have a right to privacy. I mean,
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, Angie's gonna have to just suck it up, but they need help, so they get a specialist. And if you're gonna get a specialist, you might as well go to Diane Duran.
I need a specialist.
Yeah, man. She.
How about you, Frank? You need a specialist?
That she was a great specialist.
How about you, Nikki? Do you need a specialist?
I
I
need a
mean, with the way
specialist,
that it
too.
was going in this episode.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was into her. It didn't matter.
And she comes into that great Phoebe Cates music from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, when she's coming out of the pool, and I do like that she the one part I liked is when she grabs the cop, takes off the glasses, messes up his hair, and all of a sudden he's like tall and buff, look like Michael Clouse afterwards.
Yeah.
Look at that. See?
I've met a few of those
Just
women in
not
my
the
life.
It basically took
Haven't kept
me and
them.
turned him into him. So that was dang it! If it was only that easy, only that easy.
Frank, what are you talking about? You have washboard abs. You have an amazing body.
See?
Look at that
Yeah,
face.
we want to talk about
It's
people
like-
being shirtless. Come on now,
I
Frank.
know.
Oh my gosh, you don't want to see this muffin top, guys. That is awful.
There we go.
Here we
Okay.
So she comes in, she's going to help him out. And I do like that the whole time that she's there, the wind machine, always blowing. Always get to see that little wind
Her
machine
mom
blowing.
had wind-blown hair.
I did a shoot though. It's so much fun. I was getting some
Really?
headshots done back in the day. They have the fan blowing in my face. It's not as glamorous though as you think. Your hair is blowing all over the place, and you got to try to, be in the right angle so it blows in the right section.
Is it like a convertible? I had women in a convertible. Some,
Ooh,
it
yes.
seems really great until you sit down and are driving down the road, and then it's like,
Exactly. I've always wanted a convertible, but every time I ride in someone's, even if my hair is in a ponytail, it is such a mess. I would just get it for the looks. I would have it and just leave the top down. I would never
Go
or
5
open.
miles an hour.
And
That's
go
all
5
you can
miles
do.
an hour. Yeah.
So is it when you look at all those proofs from your photo session, is it like a million of those where the hair's just like bonkers,
Yeah,
and you
in
got to
my
find
eyes,
that one nugget?
all over the place, and
All
there
you
was
gotta do
like
is find that
one
one.
or
That's
two.
all. That's all it takes.
That's
That
it.
one.
Yep.
Yep.
I found that nugget. But
see, there
trust
you
me,
go. You're good to go.
Yeah, there wasn't too many.
Gold.
Oh, I want to see. Please show me all the other ones, though. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, we could do that next week. That'll be like the bloopers or something.
Yeah,
we
post
can
them
do.
on
Yeah.
post them on Twitter.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
To engage
that.
our following.
So Rebecca and Giles, they go over and they talk to Danny Pudi's character there, and I do like he says every second the server's down is another couple is working it out. It's not good for him.
That's right. Dad playing with the kids in the backyard. Oh, what is this?
Yeah, and what a lifestyle that this website has afforded him now, because now he sleeps on a bed of buttocks, he drinks supermodel breast milk, and his best friends are A-Rod and Dustin Diamond.
Can't beat that, man.
It's living the life.
When he said A-Rod, I was like, okay, cool, but I would not have predicted
Dustin
Dustin Diamond
Diamond.
would have been the
No.
second name on that list.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Nice deep pull, everybody. But they find out he does have some high school enemies, Ned and Ted
enemies.
Doppelganger. And he actually, as he confesses to Angie and Giles, that he literally stole the idea
Straight.
of meet and cheat right from them.
Little Facebook, the social network,
Yes.
thrown in there as well. Went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Isn't
But it's
that
not
where,
called
Yep.
Harvard. It's
they
called-
went to Harvard, didn't they?
They did.
The social network,
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, he did? Okay, yeah, so
Yeah, they did.
thrown in there.
And they had one of the.
They did not call it Harvard, though. They called it the Miami University of Ohio of Massachusetts.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yes.
ask this. What did they call it again?
And I like how they get there because we have a shot of them getting in the car. They're driving off, and as they're driving off, we see their a car pulling up right behind them, and all of a sudden we just pull back and we're back in Harvard.
We all looked at each other.
I know.
I was almost, I was
'Cause
thrown
we-
off. I was like, did I just see them do what they just did? What
For a
just
second, I
happened?
thought, were the first two cops imposters and we were seeing the real ones come in? But that, nope, I realized, no, we just actually, they've driven all the way around the country and now we're at Harvard. Okay, fine.
Oh, it's true. It's LA to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Didn't even.
Everything's in LA, guys. There's a Harvard in LA now, right? Isn't
There is. I'm sure
Yes.
there's an online program.
But we get to meet Ned and Ted, and what I loved about that is that the green screen or the split screen for this is just absolutely
Yes.
terrible, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like
It
hands
was
being cut off.
what's his name? Yeah, he was in that '70s show. That's where you recognize him from.
Yeah. Oh, what's his name?
That's gonna bug me.
Who was he in that 70s show?
He was the Donna's boyfriend at the very end, the last couple seasons.
That doesn't help me.
No, not
Yeah.
Donna.
James.
Yeah, Donna's boyfriend when Ashton Kutcher leaves in season like 7.
Oh, I didn't know Ashton ever left.
Oh, not
Maybe I
Ashton.
didn't-
No, it's Topher Grace.
Oh, yeah.
When Topher Grace
Little
leaves
dorky guy.
to go overseas or to Africa or something like. I think he goes to Africa in season like 7, and this guy comes in.
I never watched that 70s show.
How can you not watch it, Frank? That was like the
By
best
not
show.
turning it
I
on
grew
when
up
it
in.
airs.
That's
That's how I not watch it.
a very Angie Tribeca answer.
I like them throwing the football, and then it's a couple scenes, a couple cutaways before it gets over to the other twin. I do like that. But their idea though is that they know that they can't because of the lawsuit and everything like that and everything that they signed. They can't speak how they really want to say. But they've got another idea. It's fast fruit. That's their new idea.
They got a new one
You see
delivered
what-
by drones.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Because they're talking about like Amazon and stuff like that. They're getting into supposedly the drone thing where you could order something and a drone would fly right to your doorstep. Is that something that excites you about like the advancement of technology, or you're like, I'm never gonna use this. This seems crazy.
I'm a little bit excited, but I mean, unless it's like Christmas and you got to rush it to my house in time because I was late shopping, I don't need that.
If one day shipping is not fast enough for you, you need to prioritize your life a little better.
That's true.
You know, because the joke, I think it's Brian Regan who talks about Pop-Tarts. He said there's 2 directions on a Pop-Tart. There is the slot, the toaster oven, and then there is microwave. And like he's like, if you need to microwave your Pop-Tarts, you need to plan more time in the morning. Like if you don't have time for a toaster oven.
It's so much better in the oven besides. But I honestly don't think one episode goes by that we don't talk about Pop-Tarts on
It's
this show.
always.
It's like every week.
It's, check it off the list.
There you go. This is now forever that Michael Clouse Pop-Tart music right here. When he starts going on Pop-Tarts, this is it. Speaking real quickly of Pop-Tarts, as those of you who've been watching this season know that there's a bet placed for this season for when possibly Giles and Tribeca are going to get back together. Michael Clouse, you've predicted next episode.
Next episode, and
A quick Pop-Tart update. It's not happening. I'm
No,
just gonna throw
here's
it
the
out
thing.
there.
Okay, well, let's talk about the relationship. That was
Yeah.
obviously a huge part of this episode, in that we see Shoals almost pushing them together at the end. You see a little bit of spite
Slightly.
between Tribeca and Shoals when she goes in and Shoals is in the van and it says, "Oh, what is this?" He would tell you, which she wasn't supposed to be told.
Yeah.
That she's in on it. But then at the end, when Shoals is like, "There's a reason Giles loves you," and almost like encouraging her to be that woman that takes him back.
I don't know. I wasn't getting that. I just
No.
felt
Really?
like Shoals
That-
was kind of just patching up their friendship, and I thought it was so cool the way she was like, "Come on, Angie, you could do this," and kind of had her back. So I was just really proud that she was the, I guess, more mature one in the situation and was all for Angie and working together and getting the job done.
Yeah, I feel Michael's analysis is from a man who's truly desperate to eat Pop-Tarts next episode. That's the kind of analysis that is.
Wait, but Tuesdays are no longer Pop-Tart days. Fridays are Pop-Tart days. Tuesdays
Then you're... What are Tuesdays now?
Tuesdays have become Maple Nut Goodie days.
Oh, maple nut goodies. Oh. That's true, because
Not
I'm
a
pop.
toaster's pastry strudel kind of guy.
Oh man, yes, toaster strudel. That was like the rich man's Pop-Tart growing up.
Yeah.
How do you fit those in your little the pill case there? How do you fit those?
It's-
Pop-Tart?
But
It's
what
a big
I would
pill
do,
case.
you gotta cut up all the packets of frosting and put it on one. That's what I would do. Then my
Yeah.
mom would get mad at me because
Yeah.
none of the other people would get frosting.
Oh man! But you don't see that? You don't see that pushing towards the end?
No,
really?
I thought it was just like a little bit, and I don't think it really advanced the Gauss and Tribeca relationship.
How do
at
you
all.
think Shoals feels in all this?
We
With
know
the
how she
whole thing
feels.
going.
Yeah, she said like I know you're in love. He's in love with you, but he has sex with me. She knows what the deal is.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this that keeps Shoals with Giles. It doesn't have the kid, doesn't have the love factor. As we see in this, Tribeca can be the master woman.
That's true.
So
But-
there's nothing in there.
I don't think it's going to happen in one episode. I think you never know with the show, but I think we need a little more time. And I don't know. I just feel like I was sorry for Shoals because there's so many women out there who stick with their men who know that they don't like them enough, but they feel like they can't get anyone else or don't want to let go.
Which is also interesting that this whole thing is playing out while we're talking about Meet and Greet, a cheating website, and we have this entire plot playing out where Giles is basically with two women.
Well, yeah, emotionally involved with one.
Emotionally involved with
physically
one,
the
physically
other.
involved with the other.
Yeah.
But emotionally, from a woman's
that
perspective,
cheating?
is
Yeah.
that cheating?
Yeah.
I don't think it is because as long as you're strong enough not to go ahead and cheat, like you can't help it. Sometimes someone really hurts you and you may be in the next relationship, but you're still thinking about that first person. You can't help it. how
What's
you
the
feel.
physical cutoff that it becomes cheating for you? Is it a hug?
Oh, wow.
Is
No,
it
not a hug.
A peck on
God.
the lips?
On
like
the
a
cheek.
little- like-
I'd say
like
on the
a-
cheek even.
On the cheek, you think?
I think it obviously depends on great music. Everybody write down your answers.
Like if it's like really close,
Make
the
it
closer
out,
it gets
for
to the
sure.
lips,
It's the
worse
meaning.
it is.
If it's a goodbye kiss on the cheek, because I've done to girls a goodbye kiss on the cheek, which I think, because I've seen it in movies, like the where they're expecting maybe a kiss on the lips, and you give them the kiss on the cheek as like a, I care about you, but not that much. Or if you're using the kiss on the cheek to build up to the kiss on the lips.
I kiss everybody goodbye, so I never have to have that awkward conversation.
It is the best part of this show when we
right.
leave.
That's right. I
Yeah.
kiss everybody goodbye.
Hugs and kisses.
That's
I'll
right.
second that.
He walks you to your car too.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just full service with me.
He's
There
followed
you
me
go.
home a couple times.
That's right. Yep.
I just think he wants me to get there safe.
Absolutely. You know, I just make sure I stay there until the lights turned off and I know you're safe and tucked in bed. That's what I'm there for. So we find out though that the mailer demon. We know that is all of a sudden that is the culprit behind this, and we find out that they want to set up a meet, and it happens at the park, and everybody's there in disguise trying to find the mailer demon, but. Mailer demon's onto it and sends out a bunch of all duplicates right there, kind of to throw them off the scent. And I do
Women,
like that.
kids, mannequins.
Mannequins. The mannequin was
Anything.
great.
The mannequin was great.
What is that? But then Tribeca spots the real one. They do this really elaborate car chase over just some parked cars, unnecessarily so, which was fantastic. And finds out that it is Duran as she pulls off the mask. Duran is the mailer demon. And she just all of a sudden she has a squirrel suit on, and she does like the big jump off there, and is gone.
Never see her.
Disappeared.
Would you guys try anything like
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
I
Oh,
think
heck
it'd be
yeah.
cool, but I would be a little. I've gone skydiving. I rappelled off buildings, but that I think I might be a little afraid to do.
That looks phenomenal. I would absolutely do that.
Yeah, that'd be a those ones where the videos GoPro where they're like dashing through the trees.
Oh
That'd be
yes.
cool.
This is the term for dashing, by the way.
So because that was all a big bust, the lieutenant is now put in Bravo 2 protocol. So nobody talk to anybody other than the 4 people that are in the room. Don't talk to your hairdresser. Don't talk to your baristas. No social media. Tanner's a little slow on the uptake on that one. And remember, it's all taxed by your dollars, guys. So we got to be responsible with what we're going to use.
No
to
Aston
bust it up.
Martins or suction cups.
No, to that we get Giles.
Astronaut suits.
Yeah. Giles using those suction cups that slowly scale the building. Tribeca with those cool cybernetic contact lenses there that let Shoals be able to sit there and view everything. And then Tanner has a mix up there at the undercover costume department and is dressed as an astronaut.
I thought that was cool though that they let Angie wear those contacts. We're kind of seeing a little more high tech of an episode. Normally I think they're kind of simple. So it was interesting to see that.
But they end up busting. They bust Diana Duran with, we see as Michael was talking about, Shoals giving Angie that pep talk where she's able to summon up her inner cop and woman and bust out of her plain cop uniform into like perfectly dressed outfit and able to take Duran down.
You know, Angie Tribeca steps up to every challenge.
Love that moment. She's so physically exhausted for a moment. Like after she blows out those clothes, she's like, "Oh, geez, Louise, what happened there?" So they think the crime's solved, but all of a sudden they look up, this computer screen start running again. Same thing over at Meet and Cheat. They see all the names being released from everybody for the Meet and Cheat hack, and it's looking like it's been set up that the LAPD is the one responsible for that, the leak. And then at the end, we see the computer screen go blank. Hey, Angie, ... and then a little Pac-Man comes in
I
and eats
love
that
the little
away.
Pac-Man guy. So
Pac-Man.
cute.
Yes.
I loved it though. It was great how finally for one episode it didn't have like a happy little ending. They didn't solve the case. We have to wait till next episode to see what happens. So that
It's
was
great. I mean,
interesting.
it's the whole season. I mean, I think I can't speak for you guys. Enjoying season 2 much more than season 1.
much
Yes.
more. Yes.
They're doing a nice balance of the funny stuff, but then also giving us nice little dramatic kind of hooks to
Yeah,
kind of keep
good
it.
plot
keep the story
line
alive.
that continues throughout, and it carries over as we see in this episode. So I really love it.
And
Laugh,
speaking
yeah.
of carrying over, why don't we take a few predictions about next week's episode?
Well, I think the prediction that we all have is that
TV
they're going to get together. Right?
They're
We're all in
not gonna get
agreement.
together.
There's only one person in the room that has that
Nope.
prediction.
Well, hey, that's 33% of the people here, you know?
And that's one, if you listen quietly, you can hear us tumbly rumbling from some Pop-Tarts. They will never come.
Maple nut goodies.
Maple nut goodies. All right. All right.
I
Nikki.
don't know if this is going to happen, but I really want this to happen. I want James Franco to come back. I'm hoping maybe next episode. And Giles gets jealous, and that makes Giles want to get back with Angie, but Angie's like, no, I got to stay with James Franco. So I'm not predicting it's going to happen next episode because we don't want Michael to win. He's not getting his Pop-Tarts this year. But
I'm feeling 2 for 2 coming up.
okay, we'll see. We'll have to wait till next week.
Obviously, I'm feeling them getting together. I don't know. Could one of the guys have continue the major attraction to Miss Supermodel?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm going to go with the fact that this show seems to kind of, set up things that are going to happen, but they like to kind of, tweak the conventions of the format, of the genre. So I think that even though they're kind of giving us the illusion that James Franco is back, I'm going to bet that he's not back, and then somebody else maybe like disguising him using his voice or something like that to trick everybody to think that he is really back when he's not. That's going to be my... Because I feel like the show's a little bit smarter than that.
Yeah.
They're not going to just give us James Franco again, even though we want James
We
Franco.
want him. He's got to come back. James, please come back.
But folks, what do you think, though? If you guys
Yeah.
have any suspicions or ideas about where this season's heading, who this mysterious person is that's contacting Angie throughout this season so far, tweet us. Let us know. Tweet Michael Clouse. Tell him to take his shirt off. That's what we want to hear.
Take your shirt off.
Check
Kiss
my
me.
Instagram.
That's right. So, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of the Angie Tribeca After Show. Folks, if they wanted to continue the conversation, even after the show's over, Nikki, where can they find you?
You can find me on Nikki Preston TV. I love it. It's so short and so simple now.
all across the board.
All across the board.
You can find me on Twitter at Michael Clouse TV, on Instagram for all those pics that these two are clamoring for, at The Only MC. Snapchat's on there as well. Detailed my day of going to 4 different Taco Bells because you can get a free taco.
Oh,
I went to
goodness.
4 different ones.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Michael Klaus leading the interesting life, everybody. I'd
it's all
say
about.
that's right. That's why women love him and men want to be him. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie, and then you can see me later this evening as I follow Michael home to make sure he gets tucked home safe and sound in bed.
Wait, so you care more about Michael getting home safe than me? I'm the woman here.
Yeah, he was on TV, so
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
sorry, Nikki.
You got to protect the body.
That's
and
right.
the abs. We
Oh
want him
my.
next week.
That's going to do it for us. We'll see you next week here on the Angie Tribeca After Show,
Bye.
everybody.
Adios.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.